You're watching Just the News. I'm Mamata Balachandra. On to some updates on the COP26 summit that's taking place at Glasgow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will present the formal position on India's climate action at the COP26 summit. Prime Minister Modi is also scheduled to deliver a national statement alongside other world leaders. Now, in the meantime, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson opened the Global Climate Summit, saying that the world is trapped to a doomsday device. He likened the Earth's position of that of fictional secret agent James Bond, strapped to a bomb that will destroy the planet and trying to work out how to defuse it. Now, the summit is aimed at getting agreement to curb carbon emissions fast enough to keep global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius below pre industrial levels. Now, at the COP26 summit, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres also said, and I quote, our addiction to fossil fuels is pushing humanity to the brink. We face a stark choice. Either we stop it or it stops us. It's time to say enough. End quote. Now, in the meantime, at the COP26 summit, New Zealand has pledged on Sunday to reduce its net greenhouse gas emissions by 50% by 2030. New Zealand's previous target was to bring emissions to 30% below 2005 levels by 2030. Now, New Zealand Prime Minister said, and I quote, while we are a small contributor to global emissions, as a country surrounded by oceans and an economy reliant on our land, we are not immune to the impact of climate change. So it's critical we pull our weight, end quote. Now, G20 leaders in a meeting in Rome on Sunday also committed to the key goal of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius and pledged action on the use of coal. Now, the pledges by the group of 20 major countries who emit nearly 80% of carbon emissions are really crucial amid the UN climate talks taking place in Glasgow, especially over the next couple of weeks. According to AFP, in a statement, G20 leaders reaffirmed their support for the Paris Agreement goals of keeping the global average temperature increase well below 2 degrees and to pursue efforts to limit it to 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels. In other news now, Bharatiya Kisan Union leader Rakesh Tikayat has warned the centre that they have time till the 26th of November, after which they will intensify their protest. Remember, farmers have been protesting for the last 1 year now. November 26th, in fact, will mark the completion of 1 year for the farmers' protest across Delhi borders. In a tweet, Rakesh Tikayat said, and I quote, the central government has time till November 26th. After that, from November 27th, farmers will reach the border at the movement sites around Delhi by tractors from villages and strengthen the tents at the movement site with solid fortifications, end quote. Now, farmer leaders and the centre have had several rounds of talks, but none of them have seen a breakthrough. On to news coming in from Uttar Pradesh. Now, this is a PTI report which has said that Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav has said that he won't be contesting the 2022 Uttar Pradesh Assembly polls. Now, in an interview with PTI, Akhilesh Yadav said, and I quote, our alliance with RLD is final. Seat sharing is to be finalized, end quote. Akhilesh Yadav is a member of parliament from the Azamgarh seat and was pegged as his party's chief minister Faye. In fact, while the SP president himself may not contest from an assembly seat, his party will be fighting the high stakes election due early next year. Meanwhile, India's first manned ocean mission, Samudrayan, was launched in Chennai on Friday by Union Minister of State Dr. Jitendra Singh. At the launch event, he said, and I quote, with the launch of this unique ocean mission, India joins the elite club of nations such as the USA, Russia, Japan, France, and China to have such underwater vehicles for carrying out subsea activities, end quote. Now, Sagar Nidhi is a premier research vessel of the National Institute of Ocean Technology. The vessel will survey and explore resources, oceanography, and would also feature radar and seismic components. In other news, 6 more people have tested positive for Zika virus in Uttar Pradesh's Kanpur on Sunday, taking the tally to 10 in the district. Now, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, at a high-level meeting with the health department, has directed officials to ensure strict surveillance to check the spread of the virus. Now, Uttar Pradesh government will further intensify comprehensive surveillance and also implement stringent containment curbs on the breeding of mosquitoes. In the meantime, following Calcutta High Court's order on a complete ban on firecrackers in West Bengal, the Supreme Court has set aside that order. The West Bengal government had earlier allowed bursting of only green crackers between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. during Kali Puja, Diwali, and Chhat Puja. However, the Calcutta High Court on Friday had ordered a blanket ban on firecrackers, including green crackers, up to the 31st of December this year. Only wax or oil-based diyas were allowed. Now, setting aside that order, the Supreme Court bench said, and I quote, "There cannot be a complete ban on firecrackers. Strengthen mechanism to supervise and implement." End quote. Now, ahead of Diwali, Haryana, in the meantime, has banned the sale and use of firecrackers in 14 districts near Delhi. Now, the 14 districts where sale and bursting of crackers is banned include Bhiwani, Faridabad, Gurugram, and others. Now, firecrackers will also be banned in cities and towns where the air quality is poor, and green crackers will be allowed at places with moderate air quality. Meanwhile, giving you an update on COVID numbers like every day, India has reported 12,514 new COVID cases and 251 deaths in the last 24 hours. Kerala has reported 5,297 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. On to news coming in from the world of business. Petrol prices were hiked for the sixth straight day. This is the 19th hike in the last 1 month. The prices were hiked by 35 paise per litre. As of November 1st, in Mumbai, petrol has now crossed the 115 rupee mark at 115.50 rupees per litre. Diesel now costs 106.62 rupees per litre. In Delhi, petrol now costs 109.34 rupees per litre and diesel costs 98.07 rupees per litre. Amid this, Madhya Pradesh Minister Mahendra Singh Sisodia has said that people should be practical and accept a little inflation with their income also rising. At a press conference, the minister made the statement. He said, and I quote, "The government cannot give everything for free. This is where the government gets its revenue from. This is what drives all government schemes." End quote. Meanwhile, the price of commercial LPG cylinders was increased by 266 rupees on Monday. Now, the price of a 19 kg commercial cylinder in Delhi will cost 2,000.5 rupees. In Mumbai, a 19 kg commercial gas cylinder will now cost 1,950 rupees. The prices of domestic LPG have not been changed. News coming in from across the world right now. Australia on Monday announced that India's Covaxin would be recognized for the purpose of establishing a traveler's vaccination status. Now, Australia's decision comes barely 2 days before the Technical Advisory Group for Emergency Use Listing meets for a final assessment of Covaxin. Now, last Monday, the WHO had tweeted this, and I quote, that they need one additional piece of information from Bharat Biotech on Covaxin, which is being examined by the WHO's experts for the grant of the emergency usage listing. The WHO is expected to present its final assessment on the 3rd of November. On to sports news right now. New Zealand defeated India by 8 wickets to register their first victory in the T20 World Cup 2021 Super 12 stage. Now, India will have lost 4 consecutive matches against New Zealand across the 50 over and T20 World Cups. The match, in fact, witnessed India register their lowest first innings total in T20 World Cup history. Now, we leave you now with a piece of good news, however. Odisha government has announced that it will give 100% exemption on motor vehicle tax and registration fees for electric vehicles. Now, the exemption will be applicable till the 31st of December 2025. Under the Odisha Electric Vehicle Policy 2021, the state will provide 15% subsidy, a maximum of 5,000 rupees for two-wheelers, 10,000 rupees for three-wheelers and 50,000 rupees for four-wheelers on the base price. That's the wrap on Just the News. Thank you so much for watching.